You wake before the sun, the air is cold enough to sting your skin. Your stomach is empty, but hunger does not feel like an emergency. It feels familiar. Around you, a small group is already awake. Someone quietly adds wood to a fading fire. Another listens for distant animal calls. Nobody reaches for an alarm clock, nobody checks a phone. Your brain is already doing exactly what it evolved to do. For almost all of human history, this was an ordinary morning, yet the strange habits that filled each day helped shape the very organ inside your skull. Modern life has changed almost everything around you, but your brain still carries the fingerprints of millions of years spent living in a completely different world. Could your daily routines still be following ancient rules you rarely notice? The human brain did not appear overnight. It changed gradually across millions of years as different species of hominins faced changing climates, new predators, unpredictable food supplies, and increasingly complex social lives. Researchers such as Richard Wrangham have argued that cooking fundamentally altered human evolution by making food easier to digest, allowing more energy to support larger brains. Anthropologist James Sussman has explored how hunter-gatherer societies organized work very differently from modern industrial life, while Richard Lee's decades of research among the Jew/Hoansi people revealed that many assumptions about constant prehistoric hardship were surprisingly inaccurate. One of the strangest ancient habits was walking almost everywhere. Today, sitting occupies much of daily life. But your ancestors often covered 10 to 20 kilometers each day without treating it as exercise. Walking was simply how life happened. Every trip demanded constant attention. Fresh footprints might reveal prey. Broken branches could signal danger. Clouds hinted at changing weather. Even the direction of the wind carried information. This was not repetitive movement. It was continuous problem-solving. Neuroscientists believe physical movement supports memory, attention, and learning by increasing blood flow and stimulating networks involved in thinking. Although modern research studies living humans rather than prehistoric populations, the connection between movement and cognition helps explain why evolution may have favored brains capable of learning while constantly navigating changing environments. What happens when those ancient movement systems spend entire days sitting still? Another daily habit was never eating the same meal twice. Modern grocery stores offer predictable food every week. Ancient humans rarely enjoyed such certainty. One morning might bring berries, another day offered roots. Weeks later came fish, shellfish, insects, nuts, honey, or meat. Each landscape demanded different knowledge. Hundreds of edible plants needed identification, some nourished, others poisoned. Your ancestors developed extraordinary visual memory because mistakes could be fatal. Archaeological discoveries at Blombos Cave in South Africa reveal that humans were already displaying advanced symbolic behavior over 70,000 years ago. Carefully crafted tools, engraved ochre, and shell beads suggest minds capable of planning far beyond immediate survival. These people were not simply reacting to nature, they were interpreting it. Every meal became an investigation. Every successful search strengthened mental maps connecting seasons, locations, smells, sounds, and previous experiences. Would your attention work differently if every dinner depended on observation rather than convenience? Ancient humans also practiced something modern people rarely experience: long periods of silence. Without engines, televisions, or constant digital notifications, natural environments contained remarkable acoustic detail. Birds announced predators, insects reflected temperature. Flowing water revealed hidden streams. Wind passing through different trees created recognizable patterns. Listening became survival. Your auditory system evolved to separate meaningful sounds from background noise. Today, many people spend entire days surrounded by artificial sounds that constantly compete for attention. The brain still performs the same filtering process. Only the environment has changed. Social life shaped the brain just as powerfully as food or movement. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner documented how evening conversations among hunter-gatherers often focused on storytelling rather than immediate survival tasks. Stories preserved knowledge across generations. They explained dangerous animals, trustworthy allies, successful hunts, and social expectations. Around the fire, memory became culture. Every listener practiced imagining events they had never personally witnessed. This strengthened the ability psychologists call mental simulation, the capacity to construct detailed scenes inside the mind. In simple terms, your brain learned by experiencing stories almost as if they were real. Could this explain why modern humans remain fascinated by books, films, and podcasts? Another strange habit was shared childcare. Unlike many mammals, human children require years of care before becoming independent. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer-Hrdy argues that cooperative breeding, where grandparents, siblings, relatives, and unrelated adults all helped raise children, played a major role in human evolution. Young brains grew inside communities. Children learned not from two adults, but from dozens of observers. Faces, voices, expressions, rules. Every interaction became another lesson in understanding intentions. This may explain why humans became exceptionally skilled at reading emotions, predicting behavior, and cooperating with strangers. Yet cooperation brought another challenge: reputation. Among small hunter-gatherer groups, everyone remembered generosity, selfishness, honesty, and deception. A damaged reputation could reduce future cooperation when survival depended on sharing food during difficult seasons. Your ancestors constantly monitored social relationships. Their brains became experts at recognizing fairness. Even today, unfair treatment often produces immediate emotional reactions that feel surprisingly intense. Those feelings may be echoes of ancient survival systems. Fire changed evenings forever. Before controlled fire, darkness sharply limited activity. After fire became common, evenings transformed into opportunities for conversation, tool repair, teaching, planning, and storytelling. Richard Wrangham suggests that cooking did far more than soften food. Fire created social time. People gathered, they talked, knowledge accumulated, ideas spread. The brain suddenly received hours each evening dedicated not to immediate survival, but to learning. Could civilization itself have begun beside ordinary campfires? Sleep looked very different as well. Many assume prehistoric humans slept continuously through the night. Yet studies of traditional societies suggest sleep patterns varied depending on weather, moonlight, temperature, danger, and social responsibilities. Someone often remained partially alert. The group became safer because not everyone entered deep sleep simultaneously. Your own tendency to wake briefly during the night may not always signal something broken. It may simply reflect a flexible sleep system shaped under conditions very different from modern bedrooms. Another surprising habit involved boredom. Modern life aggressively eliminates idle moments. Ancient humans certainly experienced danger and hard work, but they also encountered periods of waiting for animals, waiting for fruit to ripen, waiting for seasons to change. During these quiet moments, the brain wandered. Modern neuroscience links mind wandering to the default mode network, a collection of brain regions active when attention turns inward. In plain language, this network helps imagine future events, reflect on past experiences, and generate creative ideas. Perhaps some of humanity's greatest innovations first appeared during moments that looked unproductive. Stone tools reveal another remarkable habit: learning slowly. At archaeological sites such as Olduvai Gorge and later locations across Africa and Eurasia, researchers have uncovered evidence showing increasingly sophisticated stone technologies across hundreds of thousands of years. Each improvement required careful observation. Young learners watched experienced toolmakers. Tiny mistakes changed the final result. Hands trained the brain through repetition. Modern skills, from typing to playing musical instruments, still rely on similar processes of gradual refinement. Your ancestors rarely separated thinking from doing. The body learned, the brain followed. Perhaps the strangest habit of all was uncertainty. No calendar guaranteed success. No paycheck arrived every month. Weather changed, animals migrated, plants failed. Yet humans adapted repeatedly because flexible thinking became more valuable than rigid routines. Evolution favored curiosity. Brains capable of experimenting survived changing environments better than brains locked into a single solution. That same flexibility still allows humans to invent languages, solve mathematical problems, build spacecraft, and adapt to entirely new technologies. The hardware remains ancient, only the challenges have changed. Archaeological sites like Chauvet Cave in France reveal breathtaking paintings created over 30,000 years ago. These images were not necessary for immediate survival. They demonstrate symbolic thought, imagination, memory, and shared meaning. The human brain had become something extraordinary, not because it knew everything, because it could keep learning. Modern life often separates physical activity, work, learning, family, food, and entertainment into different compartments. Ancient humans experienced them together. Hunting taught cooperation. Gathering taught botany. Cooking strengthened relationships. Storytelling preserved science. Childcare built empathy. Walking trained memory. Survival educated every part of the mind simultaneously. Many habits that seem strange today were simply ordinary life for thousands of generations. Your cravings for movement, your attraction to stories, your sensitivity to fairness, your ability to recognize faces instantly, your curiosity about unfamiliar places, these are not random quirks. They are ancient adaptations still operating beneath modern routines. The world around you has transformed faster than evolution could ever keep pace. Cities replaced forests, screens replaced campfires, notifications replaced birdsong, supermarkets replaced seasonal landscapes. Yet inside your skull lives a brain that still expects movement, exploration, conversation, uncertainty, and meaningful social connection because those habits shaped it over countless generations. Tomorrow morning, when you wake, before checking a screen or stepping into another carefully scheduled day, consider this question. Which parts of your daily routine belong to the modern world, and which ones still belong to your ancestors?